Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez were once the couple everyone believed would last forever, but 8 years after their final breakup, an insider has revealed the real reasons their relationship fell apart, and honestly, the truth is more heartbreaking than anyone imagined. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button now because you won't want to miss what comes next. It all started back in December 2010 when an 18-year-old Selena and 16-year-old Justin were spotted together on what looked like a date. Both of them denied anything romantic was happening between them, insisting they were just friends hanging out. But just 1 month later, paparazzi caught them kissing, and the cat was out of the bag. They were together, and the world went absolutely crazy over this new young Hollywood couple who seemed perfect for each other in every way. Their relationship became one of the most talked about romances in entertainment history, with fans obsessing over every photo, every appearance, every moment they shared together. They seemed inseparable and completely head over heels for each other. The chemistry was undeniable, and everywhere they went, cameras followed, capturing their young love story as it unfolded in real time. Then in 2012, everything came crashing down when they split for the first time. Fans were devastated, but held on to hope they would find their way back to each other. The years that followed were a roller coaster of on-again, off-again rumors, with neither of them able to fully let go. They would be spotted together, then apart, then together again, creating this endless cycle that kept everyone guessing about their actual status. By 2017, reports surfaced that they were officially back together, and fans rejoiced, thinking this time it would stick. This time they had matured, grown up, learned from their mistakes, and could make it work. But their reunion was short-lived because by March 2018 the relationship was over for good. This time there was no coming back from it, and both of them moved on with their lives in different directions. At the time, sources told People magazine that the couple was just hitting pause so they could focus on their spirituality. The source made it sound like a temporary break, saying they weren't getting along and decided to take some time apart. The source even suggested it didn't seem like a big deal and they would probably be fine again soon. But that's not what happened at all, because just months later, Justin married Hailey Baldwin, and it became clear this wasn't a break at all, but a permanent ending. Now, in the second episode of the Daily Mail's YouTube show called Uncoupled, Margaret Abrams and Luke Caron have dug deep into what really happened between Selena and Justin, with an insider finally sharing the full truth. The source painted a picture of a relationship where Selena was completely devoted to Justin in ways that went beyond normal teenage love. She was obsessed with him, and in her eyes, he could do absolutely no wrong no matter what happened. According to the insider, Selena genuinely believed they would be together forever. She envisioned a future where they would get married, have children together, and become Hollywood's ultimate power couple that everyone looked up to. She wasn't just dating him casually or going through a phase. This was the real deal for her, and she had invested her entire heart and soul into making this relationship work for the long haul. The source revealed something that Selena might never publicly admit, which is that the breakup absolutely shattered her heart into pieces. Even though she's moved on and found happiness elsewhere, Justin will always have an impact on her life because he was such a huge part of it for so many years. You don't just erase someone who meant that much to you, no matter how much time passes or how much you heal. The insider also hinted at something deeper when they mentioned Bieber's personal struggles and issues he faced over the years. These challenges that Justin dealt with were apparently one of the main reasons why he and Selena ultimately couldn't make their relationship work. It wasn't just about growing apart or wanting different things, but about real problems that created obstacles they couldn't overcome together. So, where do Selena and Justin stand with each other now after all these years? The truth is they very rarely speak about each other publicly anymore, because both of them have genuinely moved on with their lives. Justin is married to Hailey, and they seem happy together, while Selena has found love with Benny Blanco. But according to sources, nothing can erase or diminish the massive impact they had on each other during those formative years. The insider explained that they literally grew up together and went through some of the biggest moments of their career side by side. They experienced things together that most people never get to see or understand, and those shared experiences created a bond that can't just disappear overnight. Because of everything they went through together, the source says Justin will always carry a flame for Selena deep down inside, even if he's committed to his marriage now. Then the insider dropped a real bombshell when they said that Justin thinks Hailey saved him, but it was actually Selena who made him into the person he is today. That's a pretty powerful statement that suggests Selena's influence on Justin's life was more profound and lasting than most people realize. She shaped him during those critical years when he was transitioning from a teen heartthrob into an adult artist dealing with fame and all its pressures. Selena herself has opened up about her feelings in the aftermath of the breakup during various interviews over the years. In one particularly revealing podcast conversation, she admitted that getting close to her new partner Benny Blanco was actually difficult for her because of how alone she had been for such a long time. She revealed she had been single for about 5 years before meeting Benny and had never felt the way he made her feel. She even confessed she was a little embarrassed about how long she had been alone and how vulnerable it made her feel to open her heart again. That admission tells you everything you need to know about how deeply the Justin situation affected her and how long it took her to truly heal from that relationship. 5 years is a significant amount of time to spend essentially protecting your heart from getting hurt again. The timeline of their relationship tells a story of two young people who fell hard for each other but couldn't navigate the pressures of fame, personal growth, and individual struggles while staying together. When they first got together, Selena was already an established star from her Disney Channel days, and Justin was becoming a global phenomenon with hit after hit. They were both at pivotal points in their careers dealing with massive fame at very young ages. Their first breakup in 2012 came after nearly 2 years together, and sources at the time suggested the distance and their busy schedules made things difficult. But there was clearly more to it than just logistics because they kept finding their way back to each other over and over again. That pattern of breaking up and reconciling suggests they had a connection neither of them could fully walk away from despite knowing deep down it might not be healthy. The years between 2012 and 2017 were filled with speculation and rumors about their status. Fans would analyze every social media post, every interview comment, every paparazzi photo, trying to figure out if they were back together or truly done. Both Selena and Justin dated other people during this time, but there always seemed to be this magnetic pull drawing them back toward each other. When they finally reunited in 2017, it felt like maybe this time they had both grown enough to make it work. They were older, supposedly wiser, and had experienced enough life apart to appreciate what they had together. Fans were cautiously optimistic that this reunion would be permanent because they seemed more mature and settled than they had been in their earlier attempts. But the reunion lasted only a few months before everything fell apart again in early 2018. This time the split felt more final, more definitive, like both of them knew they had given it their best shot, and it still wasn't enough. The fact that Justin moved on so quickly and married Hailey just months later shocked everyone and led to massive speculation about what really happened behind closed doors. The narrative at the time suggested Justin and Hailey rekindled an old romance, and things moved incredibly fast between them. They got engaged after just a few weeks of dating and were married in a courthouse ceremony before the year was over. For Selena, this must have been devastating to watch unfold publicly, especially given what the insider revealed about her believing they would be together forever. Hailey has had to deal with constant comparisons to Selena throughout her marriage to Justin, which can't be easy for anyone involved. Fans have often pitted the two women against each other, creating unnecessary drama and conflict where there doesn't need to be any. Both women have handled the situation with grace for the most part, though there have been moments of tension that played out on social media. What the insider's comments reveal is that Justin's relationship with Selena was foundational to who he became as a person and an artist. She was there during some of his most difficult times and his biggest triumphs. She saw him at his best and his worst and loved him through it all. That kind of history doesn't just vanish because you marry someone else or move on with your life. For Selena, the relationship represented her first real love and all the hope and dreams that come with that. She invested years of her life into Justin and their relationship during a time when she was also navigating her own career pressures and personal challenges, including health issues that would later become public. The emotional toll of that relationship combined with everything else she was dealing with must have been enormous. The fact that she took 5 years before getting seriously involved with someone else speaks volumes about the healing process she needed to go through. She's spoken publicly about her mental health struggles and how important it was for her to focus on herself and her well-being. That time alone wasn't wasted, but rather necessary for her to become whole again after everything she experienced. Now both of them are in different places with different partners and seemingly happy with the lives they've built. Justin appears settled in his marriage to Hailey, and they've weathered various storms together, including his continued battles with his mental health and other personal issues. Selena seems genuinely happy with Benny Blanco and has spoken glowingly about how he treats her and makes her feel valued and loved. But according to this insider, there will always be something between Justin and Selena, even if it's just the memory of what they shared and how they shaped each other. That first love, that intense connection they had during such formative years, leaves an imprint that doesn't fade no matter how much time passes or how happy you are with someone new. The insider's comment about Justin thinking Hailey saved him while it was really Selena who made him is particularly striking. It suggests that Justin may not fully recognize or appreciate the role Selena played in his development as a person. Hailey may have come into his life at a time when he needed stability and support, but Selena was there during the years that truly formed who he is at his core. Looking back at their relationship through this lens makes you see it differently. It wasn't just young Hollywood romance or a celebrity couple for fans to obsess over. It was two people who genuinely loved each other but were dealing with circumstances and challenges that most people never have to face. The pressure of constant public scrutiny, demanding careers, personal struggles, and just being young and trying to figure out life all contributed to why they couldn't make it work. The breakup was probably inevitable given everything they were dealing with, but that doesn't make it any less painful for either of them. Sometimes love isn't enough when timing, circumstances, and personal growth are all pulling you in different directions. They had to let each other go so they could both become the people they needed to be, even though it meant giving up on the future they had imagined together. 8 years later, we're finally getting some answers about what really happened and why things ended the way they did. The insider's revelations confirm what many suspected, which is that this wasn't a simple breakup, but something much deeper and more complicated. Selena was heartbroken, Justin was struggling, and neither of them could give the other what they needed at that time in their lives. Both of them have moved forward and found happiness, which is really all anyone can hope for after a difficult breakup. But this glimpse into what went wrong helps explain why their story captivated so many people and why fans are still interested in them years later. It was real, it was messy, it was painful, and it was ultimately a learning experience for both of them. If you've made it this far, you clearly love diving deep into these stories, so make sure you're subscribed to catch all our content. The truth about Selena and Justin's relationship is more complex than anyone knew, and their story serves as a reminder that even celebrity romances with all their glamour and publicity are still just two people trying to love each other the best they can.